calm arena. Who knows what it means to wear purple and gold when everything is on the line? Championship teams aren't just built on talent alone. They're built on chemistry, understanding, and that intangible quality that separates good players from winning players. KCP has already proven he possesses all of those qualities in a Lakers uniform. The question now becomes whether the Lakers are willing to act on this type of opportunity, or they'll continue their patient approach to roster construction. With the Western Conference as loaded as ever, standing pat might not be enough to separate themselves from the pack. If this trade does materialize, it would represent more than just a roster move. It would be a homecoming for a player who helped deliver one of the most memorable championships in franchise history. And honestly, in a league where familiar faces often make the biggest difference, sometimes going back to what worked before is exactly the right move forward. Do you think bringing back KCP would give the Lakers that championship edge they're looking for? Is this the kind of veteran presence that could put them over the top, or should they be looking for bigger moves? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're excited about the possibility of this Lakers reunion, hit that like button and let's keep this championship conversation rolling. Could the Lakers be about to make the move that brings back a piece of their championship DNA? Because right now, there's a trade proposal floating around that has Lakers fans feeling nostalgic and hopeful at the same time. One that could reunite Los Angeles with two-time champion Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Let's set the stage here. The Lakers just wrapped up a season that left everyone with mixed feelings. Sure, they pulled off that blockbuster trade for Luka Doncic and positioned themselves for the future. But that sting of losing to the Timberwolves in 5 games during the first round? That pain is still fresh, still motivating every decision this front office makes. Since then, we've seen calculated, smaller moves. Marcus Smart bringing veteran leadership at the point guard position. DeAndre Ayton adding size and presence in the paint. Jake LaRavia providing that versatile wing depth every championship team needs. These are solid pieces, don't get me wrong. But for fans expecting that star-level shakeup in the trade market, this summer has been quieter than a library during finals week. But here's where things get interesting. Jacob Rude from Silver Screen and Roll has proposed something that could add both sentiment and substance to this Lakers roster, bringing back KCP, the same Kentavious Caldwell-Pope who was instrumental in that magical 2020 championship run in the bubble. The proposed deal is beautifully simple. Send Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber to Memphis in exchange for Caldwell-Pope. And honestly, the more you think about this trade, the more it makes sense for everyone involved. For the Lakers, this move addresses multiple needs simultaneously. Vincent, while a solid veteran presence, has become somewhat expendable with Smart now running the show at point guard. The guy averaged just 6 for points per game last season and is $11. $5 million salary for 2025-26 makes him a useful trade chip anyway. Kleber, meanwhile, is coming off a season where injury limited him to just 1 game. 1 game. That's not exactly the kind of availability you can count on when you're chasing championships. But KCP? This is a player who Lakers fans have seen perform magic alongside superstars. This isn't some unknown commodity or unproven talent. This is a guy who helped deliver banner number 17 to Los Angeles. He understands what it takes to win at the highest level, and he's proven he can do the dirty work that championship teams require. Since leaving Los Angeles after that title run, Caldwell-Pope has been something of a basketball nomad, suiting up for 4 different teams. But here's the thing about great role players. They adapt, they contribute, and they find ways to make winning plays regardless of the uniform they're wearing. KCP has consistently been that 3 and D presence that every contender covets. From Memphis's perspective, this trade makes financial sense too. Caldwell-Pope has a player option for next season, and trading him for 2 expiring contracts could create long-term savings. The Grizzlies are dealing with their own roster construction challenges, and sometimes clearing salary space becomes just as valuable as acquiring talent. What makes this potential reunion even more appealing is the timing. The Lakers have built a solid foundation this offseason, but they haven't made that one move that screams championship or bust. Bringing back KCP could be exactly that kind of statement. A signal that this organization is serious about maximizing this championship window, while Luka is in his prime and the supporting cast is at its peak. But here's where reality meets wishful thinking. According to sources around the league, the Lakers aren't exactly in attack mode when it comes to the trade market. A Western Conference executive recently noted that the front office is in wait-and-see mode with the current roster, preferring to evaluate what they have before making any significant moves. That approach makes sense from a strategic standpoint. Most teams right now are taking a similar wait-and-see approach, want to see how their current pieces fit together before pulling the trigger on major trades. Vincent, despite his limited scoring output, remains a reliable veteran presence. His contract could become increasingly valuable as a trade asset later in the season when teams start making their playoff pushes. There's also the Jared Vanderbilt factor to consider. The guy has shown flashes of elite defensive potential, but availability has been his biggest enemy. Just 91 games over 2+ seasons in Los Angeles. That's the kind of inconsistency that makes front offices nervous about relying on a player for crucial contributions. The beauty of potentially bringing back Caldwell-Pope is that it's not just about basketball fit, though that's obviously important. It's about adding a player who understands Lakers culture, who's been in those pressure-packed moments at crypto.